Okay, so I'm finally back. I got all my technical crap worked out, got all my programs working so I can start recording again. So, the next game up is Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is kind of tied personal favorite with it's either this or Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, the first Game Boy game. This game in particular, I know off the top of my head. Like no problem whatsoever. Um So I don't know how long this playthrough is going to be because I kind of just zone in and get stuff. So uh, this could be a long one, but hopefully you guys won't mind too much. So regardless, I hope you enjoy it because this is one of my favorite games ever anyways. So all right, let's get to it. Okay. So anyways, like I said, this is one of my most favorite games. Um, I think it's well, I think it's the best in the series. You know, Ocarina did a lot for 3D Zeldas, but as far as like things becoming mainstays, this is a lot of the mainstays right here. You know, we've got the actual Master Sword in this game. We've had the introduction of the 3 parts. You know, you go through the first act, which is collecting the 3 whatevers you need to get to the Master Sword. And then the rest of the dungeons after that. Let's see. What else have we had in this one? Oh, a quick travel system that lets you go to multiple locations and pick your locations. Instead of just the flute, which took you to like 2 places. Ow. What else do we have in this one? Oh, better item upgrades. You know, we had the swords in the first one and then the magic in the second one. But this one actually had, like, you could upgrade your bomb capacity, your arrow capacity, your magic capacity. This was a more refined Zelda game, which made it fun. I mean, we want to talk about refinement and things being a little bit more enjoyable. This is the game that kind of put a lot into how Zelda games will be put from now on. Although I'm not the only person that would agree that this formula has become somewhat stale. I mean, I've been playing Zelda since the first one, you know, since '89, when I was 5 years old. So, arguably, each edition that's come out has been somewhat similar in how it's done. And as much as I enjoyed the story in Skyward Sword, I think that's the most guilty of offenders because you get stuff and it doesn't work. I mean, like, you get stuff, it works for the time you need it, and that's it. Like, in that dungeon or in the area that you're in. And I'm also kind of getting tired of the redundancy of items. Like, in that game, you get a slingshot, but then you also get the bow and arrow, which renders the slingshot completely and totally obsolete. Because you can do the same thing with the bow and arrow. Which it's a waste of an item slot. You could have put something else in there that made it work better. Or that you could have put something different that worked differently. But, I mean, the whole rinse and repeat thing, it's worked. I mean, look, Zelda's is more about the story now than it is the gameplay. And God love Nintendo, but they decide they love to play it safe all the frigging time, and it's starting to show itself and its age. But I want to be able to trust in Aonuma saying that he wants to make the new Zelda more open world, more Skyrim-like, which, hey, I am totally for, because I love me some Skyrim. Which is funny because I never really liked Morrowind or Oblivion, but I love Skyrim. But I miss, because they did it somewhat in this one, but they haven't really done it, except for the first one. They really haven't done it much where you can go pretty much to any dungeon you want and clear it out without needing the special item. You just get the special item that happens to be in that level, which is one of the things I loved. Like, you know, you could go into, you know, Dungeon 7 after beating Dungeon 1, or you could do them in any order you wanted to, aside from the last one, obviously, because you need all the Triforce pieces. And they sort of did it in this one, but they gave you a number system, which still kind of sucked. Well, number system isn't like, you know, you look on the map and it tells you which one to do, but you could have done them in any order, which is kind of what I do. But I miss that because because the story's more linear, and, you know, especially with like Skyward Sword and what's it called, Twilight Princess. Wow. You know, everything was all set up in the beforehand in the story. You know, like, things happen in specific dungeons that you can't just kind of skip around. Which I get, you know, because they're trying to tell a story, not just make an interesting game or make a game around mechanics. But, you know, even the first Zelda was trying to tell a story. Granted, most of the story that was written was in the manual, but you know, we don't have really that, especially with digital download stuff. We don't have manual anymore. But, you know, storytelling's gotten so good that we can just make it. Technology's gotten so good that we can tell the story in the game with full voice acting